Hello, so today I will be discussing a phonetic analysis. So I will be covering the phonetic inventory, the syllable shape, and the phonological processes of the case at hand. So we're going to start off with phonological inventory. So a phonological inventory is a collection of descriptive, articulatory, or physical gestures that a common group of people share, and the child's phonetic repertoire is seems to be on par with his or her age. They did make a few errors, but for the most part, their pronunciation of consonants was comprehensible. Since they are only 2 years and 5 months old, it is very common for them to make mistakes, and their full pronunciation of syllables and phonemes isn't quite at the same rate as a 5-year-old. So they do have a lot of space and time to grow with that. So for syllable shape, the child had shown a wide variation of syllable shapes. So the only syllables that were used by the child were 1-syllable words and 2-syllable words, and there was a very wide variation within those two. So we saw a lot of vowel consonants, consonant vowels, consonant vowel consonants, consonant vowel consonant vowel, consonant vowel vowel consonants, consonant vowel vowel consonant vowel consonants, vowel vowel consonant consonant, and so on. So yeah, there were a few errors for the phonological process analysis, so that is what I will discuss now. So the phonological process analysis does refer to the modifications that the child or group of children, the child's made to the group of sounds rather than individual sounds in order to simplify adult speech because they're unable to articulate it themselves. So these modifications can be classified as phonological processes. So as children learn to speak, they use phonological processes to simplify their speech. As I just said, they do this because they're unable to coordinate using their tongue, their teeth, their palate, their jaw in a way that allows them to communicate clearly because they're not as developed as an adult. So most children do outgrow their phonological mistake tendencies by the age of 5. So stopping, gliding, final consonant deletion, and labialization were the most prevalent phonological processes demonstrated by the child. So an example of this was the child, for the phoneme th, they would use d. So that's an example of stopping. And for gliding, a lot of the times, if it was an R word or an L word, they would replace that with a W word. So they would say stuff like wabbit, help, fwum instead of from, and aw instead of all. And for labialization, they would take a non-labial word and turn it into a labial word. So, for example, for daddy, they would replace it with paddy. For thing, they would replace that with thing. And for final consonant deletion, we saw this a lot. So the child would say N when it should have been end. And let me do one more example. Stick a they would say stick-a instead of stick-er. So we see this pattern a lot throughout the child's one-on-one with the transcriber. So again, like I said, since the child is only 2 years and 5 months of age, they do have a lot of time to develop. And overall, I want to say that the child's phonetic analysis was normal, and he or she is definitely meeting the phoneme requirements for their specific age level, and I believe that they definitely have a ways to go. Thank you.